What's up, guys? My name is Jamal Socorro.
My name's Duran Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for laifu. This is episode 20.
Hold on.
Are you trying to come up with...
dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete.
Venti?
Veinte. There we go. That one.
Yeah, Venti.
Yeah, it's Veinte. So it's episode numero veinte for those Spanish-speaking people in the Middle East, which is where the majority of
the Middle East. John, why don't you say that again?
Yeah, no, I'm making a bit, Jomel. Where the majority of our viewers are. Remember?
Is that really where it's coming from?
Well, you showed me the analytics.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the majority of our first few viewers were.
Yeah, it's changed, though.
Oh, where is it now?
It's most of them is in the U.S. One's in Mexico, and I think one's in India.
Then that was for you, one Mexican viewer. If you're still watching, which we appreciate if you are.
Yeah, and by the way, we're the top downloaded video right now is still the Butthurt and Franxx video.
I'm really happy
podcast.
about that. I'm super happy about that.
Because you know why people believe us? Because Futoshi did nothing wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong. Especially now that I was behind on anime because I've been playing God of War nonstop, and I also went on vacation, but also God of War. It's really good. You should play it.
You're not being a very effective anime podcast.
No, but I'm fulfilling the video game part. It's a good game.
That's true. But you're like what, 3 weeks late? All the boy memes are gone. They're dead.
Boy. No, memes never die. They go into cryo sleep until they're brought back.
No, that's true. That's so fucking true.
Until they fucking get resurrected.
Yeah, like by some other generation.
They just find it like, look at this.
It's like a treasure trove. It's like, yo, look at this freaky thing. It's like, it's Gun and Knuckles like, what is this? Do you know the way? Oh, man.
I can't wait for that to resurface in 20 years. Like, just imagine.
Yo, we be talking about like the meme. We would be old as fuck that we would talk about memes as though they were like a legendary part of our lives.
Exactly.
Like, yes, I remember the age of the Ugandan Knuckles.
Back in the days of the boy.
No one knew the way until Ugandan Knuckles showed them the way.
Exactly. God, it's gonna be awful.
But enough about internet. How are you, John?
I'm doing well, pretty well. How was your week? Well, work has been stressful.
Getting more hours?
Huh?
Getting more hours?
I am getting more hours, which is good, but that's not the stressful bit. The stressful bit is that my fucking the people that I don't work consistent hours,
right?
And I usually have to wait until the person after me comes in for me to leave because we can't leave the store with just one person attending.
Oh, okay. It's like it's a real strict shift base.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
it happened 3 fucking days in a row.
Oh God.
Today, yesterday, and the day before. That's why I got back to you so damn late. So. Fuck it. Well, I'm gonna make this real quick because my job honestly isn't that interesting. I work at a fucking register in a Dollar General.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. If you're looking to, you're probably not. But so the first time I stayed in that whole extra shift was because someone called in to have their shift replaced, but the person that they were gonna replace their shift with didn't show up. So I was just kind of like, well, I guess I'll be here all fucking day. I mean,
luckily you didn't close though.
I did close. That was That was Sunday.
It's Sunday as of this recording, so it closes early.
Yeah.
All right.
And then yesterday I was supposed to go out and do karaoke with a bunch of girls.
Oh.
It was gonna be great, but they didn't fucking show up again, and then I was too late, and everyone had already left, and I was like, well, fuck it.
God damn.
And so I had to stay again. They eventually showed up 2 hours after they were supposed to fucking be there. But
I know that I completely understand the feeling just because I used to do security. Same exact shift process.
I hate it.
You were stuck. You're there until someone else has to get you out, essentially. I didn't know that's how it worked in Dollar General.
It's awful.
Man.
It's because it's generally because, the way it works, we have to have at least we always have to at least 2 people in the store.
Right.
Usually a associate, which I am, and a manager. We can't have only one person there because someone has to be, stocking the shelves or tending the store or whatever in the back, and someone has to be at the register. So I have to be at the register, and they're doing whatever the fuck else. And if one's not there, the other job can't be done.
Right.
Or rather, you have to be at the register, so everything else can't be done. So it's a bunch of bullshit, but I'm off for the next 2 days. So
hey, look at that.
That's great. Today's Sunday, yeah, so I'm off Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. So.
How about you, Joma? How's your week been? Hopefully not as stressful as mine.
Fortunately, no, it wasn't. Work-wise, if you're anyone is interested, went down pretty smoothly. Kind of a busy week, not so much. I worked an extra day this week.
That's good.
Just because it was more of a
little bit more moolah.
Yeah, about. I mean, it was more of an obligational volunteer day for myself.
Fair enough.
I completely forgot about it too. So when my supervisor asked me like, "Oh, you're coming in tomorrow, right?" I'm like,
"What? Nani?
Oh, Nani? That all had in my head just now when he asked me that. I was like, and he reminded me of what I volunteered for that day. I'm like, "Oh shit, it was this week." I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was actually really chill. So like everyone was on their phones, Snapchatting.
I mean, I doubt there was much to do.
Yeah, it was barely anything to do. I mean, we were fucking just memeing it up.
Well, it's always good when you can meme it up with the coworkers.
Yeah, essentially. And I was talking trash to my one coworker because he sucks at Fortnite. So
everyone sucks at Fortnite.
No, yeah, you're right.
Except, that guy Ninja.
Yeah.
The guy that did
Ninja and Marshmallow too.
Yeah. Because there was some sort of tournament and he won with somebody.
Yeah, it was a tournament.
It was him and Marshmallow, wasn't it?
It was a tournament charity event. Yeah. So like they both of them raised like the most money for their charities. Yeah. So it was amazing. You can be super popular on Twitch. Hopefully we'll get there. I mean, we don't even have a Twitch.
Well, I have a Twitch.
Oh, do you?
I mean, not a streaming Twitch, but I watch streams on Twitch.
Okay.
I could stream.
We should do like live streams of us like watching hentai.
Fucking jerking off. Yeah. I like how we both went to the same direction.
Because, YouTube's a little bit strict with that kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure Twitch is pretty strict with that. You can't just fucking stream porn on Twitch.
No, we're not streaming porn. We're streaming art.
Oh, you're right.
Just play School Days and we're
right,
in there.
We could just censor everything.
And
though,
how do you do that on live stream though? I don't. Like, do we need to have like preset bars?
We might have. Yeah, I don't. You might have to turn off the nudity scenes. That's usually an option in VNs.
Is it? Oh, yeah, there is actually. There's also a less bouncy kind of.
No, you turn that maximum. That's max. That's all the way up. And then you keep clicking the whole time.
Yes. No, we should actually have you play School Days, Jerron, since you hate this series so much.
No, I don't want to play School Days.
Come on, you already know how it ends in the anime. Just don't get that ending.
Yeah, fucking let me get right on that. Because there's 2 good endings in the whole damn show, the game, and one of them involves both of them pregnant. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, spoilers. For a shitty game.
Well, I mean, they don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. There's only 2 characters that really matter.
Yeah, right. Apparently, like Jarrell has the game.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
No, he fucking doesn't.
Does.
God damn it.
He has the game because he purposely got it so that he can get to the route with the little loli.
Why?
He went for her, the loli, the one with the green hair and all that.
Oh, her friend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And apparently he looked up the choice tree, and apparently it's massive. Like, it's a massive choice tree for you to like if you were to go in by chance, you get fucked every time probably without that massive tree of hell.
I don't want to do that. I don't want anything to do with it. This is gonna go bad.
And I did some more research on it. Turns out they have a 3DS game called Island Days. God. And this is an actual 3DS game. God. I don't know how Nintendo struck a deal with them.
Exactly. they snuck it in. It's like E3's coming up. They just slid it right on by.
Exactly, like shit.
But speaking of E3, last episode we majorly talk about it. That hit up what was it? Xbox. There was Microsoft. There was
Bethesda.
Devolver Digital and their bullshit. Everyone else that did it. So we essentially covered Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Today we wanted to. Well, we have something else to talk about. We want to talk about Diary of Franxx, that we didn't get to last time.
Mm-hmm.
But we
because you didn't catch up either at the time.
Well, I wasn't caught up. We actually caught up just before we started.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to go over what happened Monday and Tuesday for E3, just to have a complete circle,
Mm-hmm.
Monday was Ubisoft, PC Gaming, Square Enix, and
Sony. Yeah.
In that order? No, Square Enix was before PC Gaming.
Yeah.
So
I think it was Ubisoft first.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft first because the first game that they showed was Just Dance 2019. Big whoop! It's a fucking dancing game. If you didn't, spoiler alert. You dance. There's pandas. Oh, they added K-pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they.
Oh.
It's a really popular group right now.
BTS.
Yeah, they added
really. Them. Oh wow. So, I might be just considering it now.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm a big K-pop fan. Also,
do what you gotta do. It's on the Switch and it's on Xbox and PlayStation.
I definitely get a Switch.
Maybe not PlayStation, but it was definitely on Xbox.
Oh man,
with the Kinect and whatever.
Who still uses the Kinect?
I don't fucking people that like Just Dance.
I guess. Shit.
Let's see, what else did they do? They showed us more of Beyond Good and Evil. If you've ever played or heard of that game.
This is the second one, right?
This is the second one. Yes. I watched an interview on it. They said it's like a prequel, sequel, something. I don't fucking know. I didn't watch it. It was some weird shit. The main character from the first game is apparently evil now, so there's that.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert if you didn't watch the trailer. That's not a spoiler. It was in the trailer.
Yeah, it's public.
Yeah. Let's see what else. They also have a new Trials game, which is, the driving on the motorbike, trying to do it, the 2D motorbike flip bullshit simp game.
Oh, yeah, I see.
That one, if you've ever played it, and more Rainbow Six DLC, for people that like that game.
I mean, it's pretty popular, actually.
It is. It's rather popular. I've played a couple of games, and I'm awful. I can't shoot in a video game to save my life.
No.
Literally to save my life.
I mean, you do pretty well in Overwatch.
That's different, though. I have thickness on my side.
Ice cold thickness.
Ice cold thickness. But, I mean, outside of that, Overwatch is a different kind of shooter.
Yeah.
You don't die in 2 hits.
No, yeah,
depending.
You're right.
You have time to react. But, I mean, that was essentially what Ubisoft. Oh, right.
Oh, don't forget Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I forgot about Assassin's Creed. I need to go up to my next post.
The big hit. Well, I guess it was one of their big hitters.
One of their big hitters.
The next Assassin's Creed franchise. I'm so worried about it just because it's been a year.
You're afraid they're falling back in there.
Well, I'm afraid for them to fall back into that routine.
Well, now that they've created their new game engine essentially with Origins, I guess they're just gonna keep rolling them out. I do like the engine because it makes combat more fun instead of just counter and win.
Yeah, it's true.
And from what it looks like, it's called Assassin's Creed Odyssey, by the way. Has nothing to really do with being an assassin from what it looks like. You're essentially a fucking Spartan with a magic spear and you go fucking people up.
Yeah.
As a girl or a boy.
Yeah, exactly. They finally got the mechanic down. Oh, maybe
they did it in Syndicate, but no one played Syndicate.
Yeah.
No one liked. Well, the people that did regretted it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can play as a girl or a boy. Spartan badass. You essentially play as Kratos, girl or boy, and you go fucking people up with your magic spear. In ancient Greece.
Wait,
isn't it?
yes.
Or is it Rome? Is it Rome or is it Greece? It's Greece with. Yeah, it's Greece because I remember the statue of Zeus.
Was it Greece?
Yeah,
because they're focusing on the Peloponnesian War. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Something like that. Don't quote.
I was focused on a spear. I don't remember too many details.
Any historians listening, please correct us.
Yes, please.
But that's Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, and I'm not so unoffensive about it. It's just like I'm still. I guess there's still some doubt. A little bit of doubt, just because like I don't know if they're skimping out on anything specifically.
What they're skimping out is on the grand story.
Oh,
that's what they're fucking doing. Like I don't even give a shit what's happening in like quote unquote present time in the game anymore.
Yeah,
like I care about what the plot is in the past. Like back when it was Ezio and fucking
Desmond
and fuck, what was the first one's name? Auditory.
Oh, Altair.
Like it was cool. Like, we had Desmond, we had a central character to focus on. We empathized with him. He was just some random fucker. Now he's an assassin fighting against the Templars. And now he died, and spoilers, he died 5 games ago. And now you're just playing a bunch of random people you don't care about.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I think they finally figured out that I think people just want to focus on the back in time era.
True,
part
but
of Assassin's Creed.
I honestly felt like maybe you didn't feel like playing as Desmond, but you had him to connect with,
I guess. I think it's more like the whole world building of the Assassin's of outside of, like, I guess the foundation Assassin's Creed is based off on, like the world building and all that.
Yeah.
That did shatter after Desmond's death. So I can't blame them for not knowing what to do after that. But then again, they could do a lot. They could still do a lot with the organization that runs all these machines that lets you go back to the past.
Well, I'm sure they are doing something. I just don't care. Like,
yeah, you think they have to give you something? Well, I don't know. What do you think could save that half?
Well, from Origins, we have this girl that we're focusing on that works for Abstergo. And that's as far as I got in the game. That's all I know about her. She works for Abstergo, and she found Homeboy. And maybe she's connected to what's his or her fucking in Greece, too. So maybe we can follow her now. But if not, then I don't give a shit. But that's Assassin's Creed. Like I said, we're gonna try to get through these a little quicker because we want to get to Franxx as well. They also have a game called Transcendence. Fuck, what was that game about? Do you remember? I didn't put any details about it on Facebook on it, unfortunately.
Transcendence. Which press conference was that one?
This is still Ubisoft.
Oh, okay. No, I no idea.
I
was very in and out of the live stream.
Nope, I don't remember what it was. Well, there's a game out there called Transcendence by Ubisoft. Go ahead and look it up. I don't fucking remember. They have this game called Starlink, which looks like essentially Star Fox, but
Oh yeah, I saw that.
If you ever played Skylanders, you get your little spaceship. And the cool thing is you can buy attachments to the spaceship, so you can take shit off of it and put it. You can customize it in your hands and then link it to your game, and then there it is in the game, which is cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's a cool concept. It's gonna cost a shit ton of money, but
yeah,
it's cool.
That's an investment right there.
You can also play as Star Fox. Well, as Fox McCloud from Star Fox in the game. He has no reason to be in the game other than the fact that this game's gonna be on the Switch.
Oh,
in fact,
it's that Easter egg.
In fact, he's only available on the Switch version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nintendo exclusive kind of thing.
Yep. Which makes sense. See, they also have a new update for For Honor. They're adding a couple new classes.
And they're also adding a new
game mode where it's Siege the Castle or something like that.
Oh, okay.
From what I remember, it was. I think it was 3v3. Someone had a castle and you were sieging the castle. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't play For Honor. I kind of want to.
I did a little bit. It's hard.
But from what people have told me, it's boring because all the classes feel the same.
Not really. You can easily get overpowered by the assassin class just because of the speed.
But yeah.
And I think what's boring about it is like the fighting style.
What is the rock paper scissors kind of?
Yeah, essentially. And then literally whoever gets the most hits in a short amount of time is trying to like just spin your fucking analog stick, and they can't tell your move. They can't tell your strategy.
You cannot stop random.
Exactly, because it's like, you have the high, mid, and low attacks, and the same way you defend. And you're just like, just randomizing.
Just hope for the best.
Exactly.
It's so dumb. Like I specifically remember. Videos of the was it the assassins or the thief class that has the 2 daggers?
Assassin? Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that.
But like they killed, so I guess it's either usually 3v3 or some combination of that, where their entire team died, except for the one assassin, and they took down the other team like 3 times.
Jesus Christ.
It was a full team of 3, and they won 3. Like they essentially killed 9 people essentially because they kept coming back.
Right, because you can revive your teammates.
Right, and then they won, and then the assassin won. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of game is this?
It's a war of attrition.
Exactly. That's essentially what it was. So yeah, so that's it for Ubisoft. Sorry, I don't remember very much because this was a week ago, and as shit happens. Next up is PC gaming. They actually had quite a few things that I'm probably gonna have to gloss over here. So they had this one game for the PC. Oh, I guess I didn't get the name of it, but they have a game essentially where you just make an ever expanding automatic factory. So you start off with you punch some trees, do whatever to make a building that makes something, and then you punch more trees and shit to put stuff into that building to make more buildings that feed into other buildings to make more buildings, and you just keep going until you're done. But I don't know what done is, because you can apparently like make trains and shit and like automated. You can make like rovers that are automated that'll go somewhere, collect something, come back, put it into a train that'll go somewhere. You can go with it if you want. You don't have to, because it's doing it itself.
Well then,
it sounds cool, but it's one of those games where you just keep going until you're done with it. So I don't know how, if you're into that, the whole micromanaging kind of deal. If you're into that, by all means. Like I said, I don't remember what it was called, so make sure you look that up. From PC Gaming E3. It was their first game that they showed. Next up, they had a game called NeoCab, which was essentially Uber, futuristic Uber simulator. So if you're into that, accidentally post that twice. There's a game called Mavericks Proving Grounds coming out. Looks like they're trying to upstage PUBG by having, instead of 100, they have 1,000 people with environmental hazards.
Oh man, that sounds like a server crash waiting to happen.
It sure is.
Jesus Christ.
There's no fucking way people with even standard computers will be able to play it.
My gosh.
So for you PC elitists, there's an interesting game coming out for you. Fuck you. There's a game called Forgotten City that's coming out. It looks like if you've played Trouble in Terrorist Town, where it's like there's like 2 murderers, there's an investigator, there's a bunch of civilians. You have to go figure out who the murderer is or whatever. You've never played those kind of games?
No, I've seen people play. I've never played them myself personally.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the style game it is, but in a I think it's in a what was the setting? Shit. Was it Eldritch or was that a different game?
I have no idea.
Shit. Yeah, we're good. We're good at this, guys. It's okay.
We're professionals.
Yeah. This game called Star Control looks like Spore, but the last part of Spore where you're just exploring planets.
Oh, okay. So it's like the whole colonization kind of thing.
Essentially, and that's the game. Like, it's literally from what I saw, and like that just looks like the last part of Spore where you just explore millions of planets.
I mean, does it look good?
And do whatever. I mean, it looks interesting if you enjoyed that part of the game. I mean, I did. So you might like it. Look out for that. It's called Star Control. Oh, this is the one that I was looking at. This game's called Sinking City, which is a Lovecraftian mystery solving game where you play as a detective that's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with all these cultists and bullshit. But it doesn't like tell you like, hey, you know, go over here to explore this, to go over there to point A to go to point B. It's just essentially, hey, you're an investigator, and then here's the world. Go. It doesn't tell you what to do. It's just you essentially have to go find the mystery yourself, which I think is really cool.
That's kind of cool.
Like it leaves the story, uncovering the story in your hands, literally, not just kind of pulling you along.
Exactly. It's not like quest giver style. You literally have to like go.
You have to go look for shit. Like
yeah.
if you hear there's some weird shit going on in someone's house, you don't know where that house is. You have to ask people like, where's that house? It's on 5th and blah, but fuck wherever. Go there and then find whatever's going on.
Like you get a quest for your quest.
Yeah, you got to quest. Exactly, you have to quest for your quest. There's new Warframe DLC. If you like Warframe, Sega's coming out with a lot of shit for PC.
Oh man.
If you're the things that most people are probably interested in are the Shimune games. 1 and 2 are coming to PC, as well as Valkyria Chronicles 4. If you're into the Valkyria Chronicles series, that's pretty good. It's anime war simulator. That's the best I can explain it. There's a game called Treacherous Sky Summer Shanty, which looked like Killing Floor, but instead of zombies, it's clowns and robots.
Okay, that's a very like flattering image right there.
I mean, they're essentially just all evil clowns and a bunch of bullshit robots. I'm like, I don't, it's a market. People might be interested.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know. This one publisher called Untitled Publisher. It's coming out with a game called Overwhelm. Actually, no, it's already out, and it looks like a 8-bit Metroidvania style shooter. So that looked kind of interesting. They're coming out with 3 other games, but I didn't get a chance to get the name of them. But they aren't going to be out until this fall. So look out for Untitled Publisher to find out what those were. There's a game called Sable. Actually, no, this one might be by the Untitled Publisher. It's called Sable, and it's kind of like if you've ever played Journey on PlayStation.
Ooh, okay.
Where you're exploring a desert, you're finding like shit, but except it's more open world, and you're not a piece of cloth. You're some dude with a hover bike or something.
Okay. Is it like explore, like very explore type?
Do whatever. And the art styles, like imagine cell shaded, but nothing's like really shaded.
Was it very? Is it kind of flat? Almost?
It's kind of like a flat. So like the desert ground is one color.
Okay.
It's not like different shades of blah blah blah. You see the outline of the distance, and then the rest is like you get a few black specks to get the idea that it's a fucking desert, and then it's sand color, and then your cape's one color, and everything's its own color, so it makes everything pop because everything's only one color. There's no shading in anything.
Very geometric.
It looks kind of geometric, and it also looks comic booky because the outlines are heavy.
Oh, okay.
Like they're thick black lines, so
I
it helps you tell what you're seeing. But otherwise, everything in between is going to be one color.
Okay.
Which I think looked pretty good. So that game's called Sable. Look out for that. We got Genesis Alpha. Wait. Oh, Genesis Alpha. This one looked pretty cool. I think it was similar to that Spore style, except it's more first person kill aliens kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Where, as I explained it, you get to explore a few planets, make your own space base just floating out there, splice alien DNA with your crew, and kill shit. So, I definitely think the splicing alien kind of deal seems pretty interesting. They didn't really go that far into detail about it though, because again, it was just a trailer.
Right.
Next up, Don't Starve is getting some DLC. If you're into Don't Starve like I am, I fucking love that game. Hit me up if you want to start a server. I'm down for it. It's essentially the pigs get their own like actual modern town, and there's ruins to explore and shit like that. So it's pretty cool. The Walking Dead's getting a survival game, as well as the Telltale game finally getting its last episode. In August. I posted that twice. 2 Point Hospital is a goofy hospital simulator. If you've ever seen games like YouTube Simulator or
I see.
What are those? It's hospital form where you solve weird shit. Like there was this one like it was like monobrow infestation.
What?
Where like people's monobrow would like pop off and like scurry around like a little bug.
Oh god.
And literally like it would start to infect your hospital, so you have to clean them up. And you'd see a couple like coming out of somewhere, and if you go into the editor and lift up like the desk, like a shit ton of them will just start scurrying out all over the place. Like cockroaches, except they're just fucking monobrows. So yeah, it's a bunch of weird shit. And then last but not least, we had Sony for the end of Monday. They showed us a pretty hefty gameplay trailer for the Last of Us Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Seems like Ellie's gonna be the lead. We didn't get to see Joel at all, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
I mean, we don't even know if Joel's still alive.
He was in the very first trailer that they showed.
I mean,
remember?
Yeah, I remember, but there was like speculation that that's not even like him there, as in like that's sort of like his people were speculating he was dead just from that one trailer, because it was kind of like it was like him, he was there as from Ellie's like mindset, because he's sort of like the only thing that she can recall is like a father figure, I guess. So it's kind of like
it would be kind of weird to just kill him off somewhere without. I mean, I imagine they'll talk about it if they do, but like
because in the context of like this in Part 2, he'd be old as shit right now.
He would, but like make him the leader of some resistance. And he's just Papa Joel like in his chair or whatever.
You not from around here, boy.
You gotta go kill them mushroom heads.
He has like a shotgun full of just like scissor spears. Duct tape on there.
God. It's just crazy man Joel in this scissor empire.
Exactly. He's got a scissor crown.
Oh my god. I'd be so happy if he just went insane. There's just scissors everywhere. God, that would make me so happy.
It looks really good though. I'll say that much.
It certainly does.
Even though like a lot of the gameplay looks very theatrical.
Oh, it was theatrical as hell, because there was literally a scene where, like, Ellie was sneaking around. She behind her was this barrel that was on fire, and there was an enemy right in front of her. Like it's like it looked like it was an accident. Like they saw Ellie saw him, or the player saw them, and then turned around, and the enemy was looking directly at them, and then nothing fucking happened. Nothing happened. Like, so yeah, it was definitely theatrical, but it looked good nonetheless. There's the new DLC for Destiny coming out.
Yeah, Forsaken.
That's
I was actually quite surprised about the trailer they gave us. They killed Cade.
Yeah.
And I actually watched the interview about that afterwards. They're killing off Cade in the series. Like, now, he's dead.
Here's my question about it. Like, all right, so Destiny's this somber not space opera, but like, serious kind of deal. Cade seemed like he was the only comical relief. Killing him off is a bit questionable.
Yeah, I mean, story-wise, I know why Cade is involved, just because it's, because Forsaken DLC, the Forsaken DLC is it's involving the prison of elders. It's also Cade's prison. This is his hobby,
Oh, okay.
if anything. But I don't know why the prince is the one killing him though. That's the one thing
Like
in this case.
it's just weird to me. Like you kill off the comic relief when you want things to get serious and end. You don't do it. You know.
Well, they did want to get serious. That was actually one of their talking points, that they wanted to go back to like the kind of serious and tone down the lightheartedness a bit, because they're really trying to go for the Taken King approach, where it's just like, you know, super serious and shit's about to go down, and it looks really good. It looks really tempting. I am tempted just because it's Destiny 2's dry spout has been the worst, even worse than Destiny 1's dry spout before Taken King. But I'm gonna wait. Like I said before in like the last episodes, that I'm gonna wait and have the community just dissect it, and then I'll make my decision after that. But it does look interesting enough. It looks interesting enough that they're willing to literally kill off one of their main casts, for this next update.
I just don't like. Killing the funny guy. I mean, granted, he was probably the most popular character.
Yeah, he was the most like,
or at least well known.
He was the most chill one. Because everyone else, it's either you hated Raul for his fucking drops. Shaxx, all he does is yell at you during Crucible, and Zavala is just there for loot.
Exactly.
Kata was a more, ironically, more human.
Right, exactly. He was the fun character, and you kill him off, then I don't want to say the story stops being fun, but the story stops being fun. It's just about evil, dark, whatever, giant circle in the sky.
I mean, we still don't even know what the main story is for Forsaken.
Exactly. So don't start getting shit serious until there's a reason to. Unless, Forsaken's going to be like, oh, now you're going to learn about all this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sure.
Because all we know is a prison break. I don't know how it got so serious for the prison break, like, storyline.
I don't fucking know.
I mean, it's a big update from what they're telling us, so we can only expect a lot more than just the killing Kate off and, prison breakout.
Hopefully. I mean, I'm not following the story at all, but I still question that decision. Yeah, I do too. But I am curious to see where it goes. I'm curious to see where it goes, what direction they want to take this in, because they're taking a big risk here already by killing off Cade. Yeah, this is do or die right now. Unless they're gonna bring him back as a fucking ghost, or
no, they can't though.
Well, the little whatever
the ghost. He got shot though.
Yeah, but he's a robot. Do something.
Oh, cause no, I mean,
I'm just saying it'd be interesting if he came back as one of those.
Oh, like just like he's not a guardian.
Yeah, he's just not a guardian. He became a ghost.
Oh, he became a ghost. That'd be interesting. Cause like without a guardian's ghost, they can't come back to life.
Right.
That's the whole rule of that.
Right.
So maybe they'll just scrap whatever. Well, I don't even know, cause he's a robot. Does he even have a soul in that case to like put in?
We're getting into a whole nother subject that they have not addressed.
I mean, there's the Traveler. Traveler's awake, so maybe the Traveler can do some.
Oh, is the Traveler actually awake now?
It's been it's been awake since Destiny 2. Like D2's main storyline ended up waking up the Traveler.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's not just a floating ball of mass, but it's a living ball of mass. It's a conscious ball of mass.
Okay, now it does nothing, but we can maybe hear it breathing.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
And right now, it just alerted the entire universe, and giant polygonal dark creatures are about to come after us.
Okay, cool. I love polygons. Speaking of polygons, we'll get to that later in Darwin with Franxx. Next up, we have a game called Ghosts of Tsushima. Now, I'm hella interested in this game.
That one was really interesting.
Gorgeous. So it looks like it's not gonna. It's it's a feudal Japan kind of samurai style game, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be supernatural in any way, or goofy like Samurai Warrior or Samurai Warrior. So it's just literally just, hey, you're probably some sort of special
agent
for the feudal lord or whatever, and you're in feudal Japan. Go do story. All right, doesn't sound interesting when I talk about it because I don't know how to explain shit. But it looks like it just takes a simple concept of, hey, you're a samurai in feudal Japan. Let's let's just make a normal story around it instead of doing some weird. There was a demon in the roof.
Yeah, there's no demons. There's no spirits. There's no like a mass god of army.
Right. It's just
you, the samurai, and doing shit and getting shit done.
Getting shit done, exactly. I mean, in the trailer, like, the trailer fucking gripped me into, like, I wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah, right.
Because, like, he had this friend she was, like, really fucking cool, and then she's like, no, we have to betray, like, they were supposed to save a monk.
Yeah. And
she's like, she's all gung-ho for saving the monk, and then, like, as soon as the monk's safe, she's like, no, we have to kill him because he's a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what?
Give me the monk.
And then they fight for a little bit. You fight her, and then you win the trailer, and then I think it ended after that. But like that was a gorgeous fight too, because you were under. It wasn't a sakura tree. It was it was in autumn. It was just a bunch of red fucking leaves.
Yeah.
Everywhere. God, it was a gorgeous scene.
It was almost poetic in a sense.
Exactly.
It was like two friends fighting underneath this war zone, and time is of the essence, and they're wasting time just fighting each other.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, oh my god, I'm super hella excited. Like that's gonna be a good game. I know that's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be one of the top contenders of like every samurai game coming out.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like this year.
Then again, fucking From Software, the people that made Dark Souls, is coming out with one.
Yeah, exactly. It's again one of the competitors. It's kind of like everyone's pulling on their samurai games and see which one gives you the suck back.
There's actually going to be 3 out in the market this fall.
Jesus Christ.
There's going to be the Ghost of Tsushima, the game that From Software is making, which is called
I think it's
something
Saikiri or something. Saikiri.
Wait, that's
Saikyo.
Ghosts dies twice. Shadows die twice or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then there's Neo 2, which is Dark Souls like, but samurai. So we'll see what happens. Next game we would talk that coming up is a game called Control, which just looks like a girl tripping acid and has powers and a gun. As far as I saw from the trailer, she's just like a whole bunch of weird colorful geometrical shits happening, and she's like lifting people in the air and shooting at them and blasting them around with her gun. And like I know what was going on, but it looked interesting. I guess. Resident Evil 2 is getting a remaster.
You know, people were complaining about they're not liking their face.
And yeah, well, you're taking an old, ugly, shitty game. The game was shitty, old, shitty looking game, and then trying to update it. It's not gonna look great.
Or is it gonna look weird from like firsthand?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm not upset about that because I don't think I played Resident Evil 2, but everyone says it's a great game, so remastering it only makes sense.
That's true.
Death Stranding's still fucking weird.
You know what? I was so hyped about the trailer, and then when the trailer finished, I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?" I'm like, I have even more questions now.
It doesn't answer anything. It literally just makes more questions.
Kojima knew this was gonna happen.
Like, he's a fucking madman. We got what I think is gameplay. It was just people walking up mountains with shit on their back.
Yeah, it's probably you're probably like the most extreme mailman ever.
Exactly.
You got bodies on your back, packages like 6 feet tall on your back.
There's in some scenes we were carrying a body, like, or what I guess was a body because it was body shaped. Mm-hmm. There was like in one of the trailers you hooked. Just talking about it, it's fucking weird. So like, some woman was talking to Norman Reedus, which is the actor for the main character. He's like, there's the whatever there are close, the black ooga booga things in the air that fucking kill people. I don't know what they do to people, but they're invisible and they do shit. Reedus like, got it, and he fucking puts on his fucking baby sack, hooks it up to this like a flower light thing, and it's just like he's just running around while it's just blinking at him. Like, I don't even know what's happening.
And then the last scene where the lady started eating like a baby peanut.
Starts eating baby peanuts. I'm like, what?
It's like, you did not.
Is that the health item?
Like this trailer did not help anyone.
It you just keep fucking, you just keep digging the hole. When are you gonna start filling it with something?
I feel like we're just like going with the flow. Like I don't know the fucking going on either. Just keep going.
I'd be so happy if like 3 E3s down the road, he just keeps showing more and more of this weird ass game, and then doesn't come out with the game. It's like that's it. That's all. I just wanted to fuck with you.
Well, we just want to test out our engine, and
that's all it is.
This is it. We got a bunch of actors. We got a bunch of weird ideas, and we just wanted to show you how weird we can get.
Be ready for our real game, and it's just another fucking Uber simulator.
Oh my god!
But with babies.
Oh god. Fetus simulator. Fetus driver the simulator.
Fetus simulator. Oh my god. That's a game right there. You have to fight your way out of the womb.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Kojima made a game like that.
Honestly. The next game I had on my list was Neo 2. But I already talked about that. It's Neo 1 was Dark Souls like samurai style game where there's demons, omnio magic, and a bunch of weird shit. It's really good. I thoroughly enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they're coming out with their second one where it looks like you're playing as a demon or something.
Yeah, like they have a bit of like the fantasy aspect to it now, where it's like.
Well, the first one had a lot of fantasy aspect because you were mostly fighting demons, but you were fighting demons.
Oh, your fantasy is like you start having those powers for yourself.
Yeah, you get to have the powers now, which is cool. And then wait, what the hell? Where's the rest of it?
You've been flagged, John.
I think I fucked up. I don't have the rest of what Sony had. After Neo, what the fuck did they have?
Because I watched it too, man.
Well, the game that From Software is making is called like I said, something Shadows Die Twice or Ghost Dies Twice. No, Shadows Die Twice. And from what it looks like, it's, as we said, it's a magic demon kind of samurai game, except you have this cool mechanical hand that does a bunch of weird shit. And, like, it doesn't look like you can, like, block or anything at all. It's all parry based if you want to not get hit by something. And obviously there's going to be rolls.
Oh, we had that other trailer of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, so I don't think Square Enix wasn't on Monday. It was Saturday.
Yeah. No, Sunday.
Sunday, right. They didn't show shit. Like they maybe showed one new game, and that was it. I don't remember what it was. But for Sony, you got the reveal that there's a Pirates of the Caribbean world, and it looks fucking great. Mm-hmm. Like I don't understand what Square Enix is doing.
Like they're literally just like splitting up it's almost like they're trying to like remind you that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming by putting it in every press conference.
Trust me, Square, we fucking know. We're still waiting. Fucking 2019 January, you motherfucker. But hopefully it comes out January. I doubt it.
I mean, they did it for all the trailers. So they're probably making a point that it's gonna come out in January.
It's fucking not. They're gonna give us another 6 fucking years.
Oh man. Spider-Man.
Right, Spider-Man. How do I not have that down? Spider-Man. Oh, what is it called? Is it Spider-Man something?
It's just Spider-Man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just Spider-Man. But we gotta go look at the Sinister Six in this trailer.
That we did. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. Spider-Man Sinister Six.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I remember it was the Spider-Man title and then Sinister Six under it. So I think that's what it is.
But yeah, it was pretty good. You had like the whole gallery of like classic villains.
Beating Spider-Man's ass.
Exactly, like how it should be.
Yeah, you're right.
And in classic fashion. Mm-hmm. You got Scorpion, you got Rhino,
you got Goblin, you got the Goblin wasn't it.
It was Electro.
Electro, you had Vulture.
Yeah, Vulture was there.
Some weird black and white people.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is, but we're still missing like a couple.
Yeah, we still are. So.
Like we still need a what?
3 more, 4 more. No, 2 more.
I almost said the wrong villain name.
Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, Electro. If you count the black and white people, then I guess we only have 1 more.
Doc Ock.
We can see him, maybe.
I mean, at the end of the
He's
trailer,
a staple.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the trailer, it's like Spider-Man was like, "You," after he got his ass kicked. So we'll have to find out, when that game comes out to see who that member was. Because I mean, obviously someone helped break him out,
Right?
give him all the tech and shit.
Right.
So
I'm hoping it was the black and white people that gave him the tech, but the last guy was like Venom, because I love Venom. Venom's probably my favorite Spider-Man villain, anti-hero, whatever the hell he is.
He's a villain.
I mean, but sometimes he's helping people. Like in his video game, he was a hero.
Anti-hero in a sense.
Yeah, you could be evil, but you could be good.
I see.
So
well, that's just the Eddie in you.
Yeah, well, I don't fucking know. So that's it for Monday. Next up was Tuesday, and the only people that had a conference were Nintendo. Everything after that was like interviews and demos and whatever.
They had their Nintendo Direct as well the same day.
They did?
Yeah, they had a Nintendo Direct.
Shit, did I miss the Direct? I think I did. Or no, it was the Treehouse. It wasn't the Direct, wasn't it?
Man, I might be confusing it though.
I don't remember.
Because I know Nintendo did their own separate live stream as well. I think a lot of it was more the Pokemon thing. Like they delved more into Pokemon.
I think that was the Treehouse.
Okay.
Because that's where they did they did more gameplay and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Treehouse.
Okay.
So Nintendo came out with a couple things. One major thing in particular, but we'll get to that. They're bringing the heat they bring the heat first off with a new IP called Daemon X Machina. Demon, when it's spelled with the A, weirdly. Mm-hmm. Which looks like there's a super colorful fucking robot mech anime.
I'm so psyched about it just because I'm a mech. I've got hard-ons for mechs in general.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, so I'm pretty curious about it. I'm really just curious about anything Nintendo makes. They're just the weirdest fucking company. I swear. Next up is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They're getting a DLC. Haven't played it, so I don't know what that DLC is. Fire Emblem's getting a new game, so you shippers can suck each other off again. They are revitalizing the combat, though. Have you ever played a Fire Emblem game?
No, I have not.
Alright, so it's essentially a strategy game where you have all your units, right. You move around the map, and when they encounter an enemy, they have their own kind of little. Anytime a unit attacks another unit, there's a little cinematic of them doing an attack or whatever. If they're attacking together, there'll be a cinematic of them attacking together or whatever. But after cinematic's over, you go back to the map.
Mm-hmm.
The overworld, not overworld, the battle map. But
I mean,
in this one,
it'd be totally an overworld though.
I guess
like a hub, like a world hub kind of thing.
Not the world hub. It doesn't go back. I'm talking about like during this battle encounter or whatever. Each individual fight is a really short look in. There's the attack, and then they pull back out into the battle map.
Okay.
But this time they're adding what looks like unit control, like.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your main units, and then there's grunts that you can like form up with to do like special defense, attack, whatever bullshit. So it looks interesting. I've only played Fire Emblem Fates. Which one's the one that Robin came from? Is that Fates, or is that?
I no idea.
Well,
again, I haven't played any of the Fire Emblem games.
Fair enough. Well, you should look in the.
Were they more so on DS?
They were usually on DS, but this one's gonna be on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Switch
This E3 is only giving me a bigger reason to get a Switch in general.
I actually now have to get a Switch come December.
You're right.
Again, more on that later. Fortnite is free on the Switch when it was announced.
No, there was some weird backlash about Fortnite coming to the Switch.
Why?
The people were complaining about not being able to log in with their current account.
All right, so
and they're complaining about how it didn't their progression didn't transfer over to like the Switch IP.
Of course, it doesn't fucking do it. It doesn't do it for any of the others.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait, no. Yes, it does.
Does it? For PC and I
think they
PS4 and also does Xbox have it?
They announced it for Switch after everything went cross-platform, I believe. Wait, is it PUBG that you can play on your phone, or is it Fortnite?
PUBG.
Was it PUBG?
Yes.
Never mind. Fortnite didn't do it yet.
Oh, okay.
Fucking. So yeah, you can't do that with most games. If you have fucking Overwatch on Xbox, you can't transfer your account to Sony. You can do it to PC. It's one way, but you can do it. But I mean, that's not a common thing. That shouldn't even be a complaint. That should be an expectation. Just kind of be like oh, that's unfortunate, and then move on.
Because apparently, because of that, like at least during that time, Sony's stock went down a bit. It actually, like their stock took a hit apparently because of such complaints.
Stupid. That's why they're complaining about nothing that should have been expected. Before I get into the meat of what I want to talk about, was there anything else? Am I forgetting something? Because you know what I want to talk about. Yeah, you all know what maybe all of you don't know.
Yeah, did you not get any other coverage from Nintendo besides?
No, I watched the whole thing and I was up. I can't fucking think. Just constantly updating as it happened.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing too notable besides like they just went further into the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, games. Pokemon! I forgot about that. I didn't put that. So two games that they officially talked about. They didn't go much over that weird Pokemon Pixel looking piece of shit looking game. That's a mobile game. I don't want to talk about that because I don't like that. I don't like what's going on there. But their Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu is looking pretty cool, where it's trying to bring in people from Pokemon Go, because it's the full Kanto region with updated graphics from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so everything looks pretty good. The way you capture Pokemon in the wild is Pokemon Go style, so you go out into the grass. You find a Pokemon and you get your Pokemon Go reticule and you throw your Pokeball at it and hope you capture it. So that's interesting. You can battle. You can't battle in the grass anymore, but you can battle trainers normally, like in the other games. And what's cool is you can transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
That's pretty cool, though.
But they only do the first 150. I'm not sure if they're going to expand it all. But
you'd think they'd be ready for that.
Well, it's for new people to the Pokemon genre.
Oh, that's true. You want to ease them into
because you don't want to hit them with fucking, what is it, like fucking 1,000 something Pokemon now. You don't want to just hit them with that.
Yeah, that's true. It's way too much variety, especially at your first go at it.
Start them off with the first 150, because unlike most new people, people like me can just name the first 350. Not right off the bat, but if you showed me, I can probably name them.
Right.
But like everything else is just too much to remember. So that's what's going on. And let's just fucking dive into it. Fucking Smash, fucking
Ultimate,
boy. Like
I'm already preparing my fucking like main roster.
Oh my god, I am too. Like I already have my mains. Like actually no, my main thing got fucked up because I'm a Toon Link main, but that was because I was a Young Link main in Melee, and Young Link's back. So like now I gotta fucking juggle Toon Link and Young Link.
Yeah, just do both. Just main both.
I don't want to just have to fucking choose. That's two very similar styles together.
I mean, do multiple mains.
I do have multiple mains. But before I get into that, speaking of Young Link, all the old fucking Smash characters are back. They introduced 2 new Smash characters. Everything's fucking coming back. Except for the story mode, but they didn't talk much about the game outside of the characters and the new mechanics. So let's fucking get into that shit. Yo. So like I said, everybody's back. Ice Climbers, Wolf, fucking Snake, fucking...
I'm about to say here while you list every...
No, we're not. Those are the people that disappeared. Wolf and Ice Climbers. They weren't in...
The Wii U version?
They weren't in the Wii U version.
I see.
They got fucking. They brought in the Inklings from Splatoon. They finally brought Ridley's big ass in.
That one actually surprised me the most. I didn't even think Ridley was gonna be considered as a player.
So many people were asking for it.
Really?
Yes,
I did not know that.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why. Well, one is because most of the games have multiple characters from their series,
Right?
Or at least the main games, not the
Right.
Like
but Ridley's a huge character.
He's huge in the game. Like, he's crouching down, but if he stood straight up, he's like fucking 2 Bowsers tall. He's fucking gigantic,
right?
And like, he does a shit ton of damage. He's like I watched some of the invitational tournament. Like, people were complaining at how OP he was because
God.
So he literally has a move that puts you at like 50 damage if he gets it right. It's just bam right there. You're practically you're at killing percent.
Jesus
just
Christ.
In one hit. That's stupid. Like, what the fuck? But they changed a bunch of mechanics. Dodging's no longer as reliable because your invincibility frame starts to decay as you spam it.
Is it also like on a cooldown as well? Like,
no.
You can only like dodge a certain amount of times.
You can keep dodging as much as you want, but the invincibility frame keeps shortening. So
I see.
Eventually, they'll just be able to hit you regardless of what you do. They brought back directional air dodging, which was only in Melee, and it wasn't in 64, so it was only in Melee, and I think in Brawl. I don't remember. All the final smashes are quick and to the point, which kind of makes me sad, but it makes it so that they're more viable in regular play, because most people don't play with items. But with that, I feel like, because they're quicker and they just do what they're supposed to do, it's like, it's not a bunch of bullshit. Because a lot of fighters have specials,
right?
So I think it'd be fine now to add in. Shit, what else did I put down? Daisy's in the game now as fucking Peach's clone. I was like, yo, what? When you fight someone 1v1, everything's like all cool and shit. So if you do a smash attack that kills, like, the screen zooms in and like the screen flashes, there's a whole fucking thing, and when they die, like, the fucking score drops down from the sky and shows you what's going on.
Oh gosh.
You do more damage in 1v1s so that things go quicker.
Oh,
so
that would make sense, yeah.
So instead of I guess people probably won't do 2 lives anymore. They'll probably do 3 because the matches will go that much quicker.
Right. Are these I don't know, yeah, are they still doing like the 8 player max?
Yeah, that's still a thing. Fucking GameCube controllers are coming back for it.
Really?
Yep, it's gonna be the only game that uses them again, of course. Fucking what else is here? It's coming out December 10th.
The 10th or 7th?
7th. Why did I say 10th?
That is going to be when I get an early Christmas present for myself.
Yep.
On the Switch.
I absolutely have to get that game. It's going to be sold out like a motherfucker. And I'm scared, to be honest. I'm scared for my wallet because I have to get a Switch. Because I have to get the game. Like, it's a physical need at this point. Like, yeah. I'm such a huge fan of the Smash series.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I gotta, like, I need to, like, get back into it when it comes to, like, my techniques and shit.
Oh, I'm so fucking rusty right now.
Yeah.
Like, I consider myself, like, bottom tier tournament ready, but, like, at this point in time, I haven't touched Smash in fucking 2 years.
Same. Like at my peak, at my peak, I was probably really good.
I mean, I always beat your ass, so no, you weren't.
No.
And I'm bad. Jamal, let's remember that. I'm bad. Yeah, I'm calling you out, you motherfucker.
Come December, Jerome. Come December.
Come December, I'm gonna beat your ass all over again.
Come December, we'll see whose ass is gonna be beat.
Right. But shit, because now my mains were Toon Link first, then it was Bayo, then it was DDD, and then there was Bowser Jr. Now I got a fucking Young Link, Inklings, Bayonetta, Toon Link, DDD, Bowser, fucking Wolf, because Wolf looks cool now, fucking maybe Ridley, I don't know. I don't. There's too many choices. It's too many. Too much.
Just go with the meta.
Just to go with the meta.
Yeah.
Just only play the furries.
Exactly.
And fucking Mars bitch ass.
Exactly.
No, I refuse. But that's all for fucking. That's all for E3. It was good. I enjoyed it, but like, I'm gonna be poor August. Like, the fall is when literally all this bullshit's coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they waited. So they're just like, everybody's coming out in fall. Get ready.
Yeah. Right.
Like, yeah.
I'm trying to like save up for a bike and everything and shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not happening. Real life is gonna be on a hold. Like, it's. Oh god, it's gonna be disgusting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like I said, that's all for E3, and we're running out of time because we've been going on for some time now.
It's only been about an hour or so.
It's true, but we need to get in our Franxx talk since we missed it last time,
Right.
And I don't know if you fuckers have been watching, but like, I mean, I guess I haven't, but I caught up.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, hold on. By the way, before we get into this, my apologies during the last week of the link to the video, to the essay video was not available.
Oh yeah.
It's because my fucking god, uploading that Futoshi did nothing wrong video was a nightmare. Honestly, I swear, I feel like Sony like music industry or Music Inc. is just comprising against me to just not upload it because I had. There were a lot of moments. There were a lot of moments of frustration.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was software error. A lot of it was technical error, and a lot of it also copyright error, which is confusing. Now, I don't know if YouTube's ever listening. They probably are. Maybe not.
They don't care unless there's titties or children.
No, the thing is that like, okay, I'm not about to call out any channels or white whistle white whistle.
White whistle?
Is that what it is? White whistle or whistleblower? No, whistleblow.
Whistleblow.
I'm not about to whistleblow any other channels, but like, sure, yes, there were my original intent for my essay video was to use clips from relevant episodes and stuff like that.
Right.
But it was just visual clips, no audio.
Right.
It was fully transformable because I literally put my character icon in front of it while putting a narration over the whole thing as well. So there was no reminiscent audio or and anything residual from the actual episode. Plus, I even had text and other crap around it, like imagery and all that. But I still got freaking flagged, copyright flagged by Sony Pictures Inc. For having like certain visuals, even though it was fully covered up and shit like that. I don't know. It was so frustrating. The video's up now. The link will be down below, and make sure to check out our other channel. But it's gonna be in the other channel. But the link is if you want my personal essay on the whole Futoshi did nothing wrong part of Darling the Franxx, which is I guess is a tired argument at this point, but it's still a important argument for future events of characters similar to Futoshi. So I did want to make that video to make a point for it. So if you want to check out that essay video, it's down in the link, down in the description below, and always support us and as well from here and also on the other channel because it took me 3 days to like finally get that uploaded.
Welcome to YouTube. Just bullshit. Just the fight to actually get your fucking video on the channel the fucking site. And again, like I said before, I'm not trying to like whistleblow anyone, but I've watched full clips of like different animes from other channels, and I don't see them getting like their channels like taken down and shit like that. I mean, here's the thing though, they might be doing like they might put through an appeal or something to get it back on.
I appealed it.
Oh, you did? Did they not?
No, they took it down after I appealed. I was like, no, I'm going to dispute and explain why, and get an email. Yeah, so your video was taken down due to copyright restrictions, and you got a copyright strike.
See, I guess now we can officially join the YouTube complaining squad, because every fucking creator on YouTube has this problem with YouTube. Is that they don't tell you why shit's being taken down. Like, if they told you, you could work around it. Sure, people could abuse it, but they're abusing shit now anyway. So fucking
exactly.
Fucking know.
I mean, I don't know if we should complain too much since we're using YouTube as the main source for a podcast.
Look. Everybody fucking complains on YouTube about YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking Philip Franco, PewDiePie, Mark, all of them. Everybody. Every big name that has a voice. I don't want to say real voice. We have a voice. Ours just is really
especially
tiny.
the anime YouTubers and all. That's because they have to use clips.
Right. Otherwise,
there's no context to it. But I mean, not just that, but like a lot of the clips, at least whenever we as anime YouTubers or creators try to make shit happen with with content, we are doing what it takes to legally upload. But for some reason, y'all want to say, yeah, no, that's not right. So we're gonna take it down and give you a strike.
Fucking hate it. But
Anyway, though, that's my mini rant for the day. But again, if you want to hear me rant even more,
the fucking rough gruff.
The essay video will be in the link, and the link of it will be in the description down below. Check it out, and share to your friends why Futoshi did nothing wrong, but they're actually wrong.
Exactly. Make sure you rub it in their face that they're wrong too.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of this.
And before we continue, actually, for those of you who are not caught up with Darling in the Franxx and would like to watch the rest of it or get caught up, this is going to be your spoiler warning, because this is going to be where the podcast ends for you. Because from here on out, we're going to be going Gynax on this shit right now. Because
Gynaxed or Trigger fucking Gynaxed us and brought their fucking A game about their bullshit.
Exactly.
Like.
So here's your warning now.
Alright, well, for those that are still here, so fucking. Alright, so I was 2 episodes behind. And we watched, what was it, episode 21? No, it was 20.
20.
It was 20 and then we watched 21.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 more.
Yep.
So episode 20. Before episode 20, we're like, alright, we're getting to the heart of the Klaxor War, whatever is going on. And then episode 20 happens, like, guess what? Guess what, fuckers? Everything's wrong. Fucking Trigger's in the house now. They just turned everything around. Now there's aliens and fucking a whole bunch of weird bullshit. I'm like, what? Where'd this come from? Like, we just threw away the rest of the fucking plot. Like,
is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
Look.
See, Trigger, we have a love-hate relationship with Trigger. At least I don't know. For me, I enjoyed it just because, like, I was fully waiting for them to pull a Gynax dick in my face kind of thing, because I was like, this is getting way too way too normal for Trigger standard. Where's the bullshit? Exactly. See, the giant hand was about as close as it got until the latest episode.
Right.
Now, like, we got Verm.
Now we got the fucking Verm alien. Whatever the hell they are. So, as you saw, there's some weird Trigger star logo looking motherfucker that was the papas half the fathers all along.
Right.
Father and mother. Fathers and mom.
Well, papas. So just
whatever. Whatever. Ape. Half of ape were aliens. And now they're gonna invade Earth out of fucking nowhere. They're just like, fuck it, they've gone too far.
Exactly.
We gotta take them out. So fucking Klaxor Princess shows up. We're like, all right, we're gonna go fucking we're gonna go fucking kill every goddamn thing and take the giant robot that's underground. By the way, there's a giant fucking robot underground. You didn't know. They just dump so much on you. And then fucking episode 21 happens. You're like, all right. We got bamboozled by the fucking pieces of shit in the sky. Everyone's going crazy. No one knows what to do. By the way, fucking love prevails, and then our characters die.
Yeah, that's pretty much
It's
it.
literally just what fucking happened. Direct reference to 02 possibly being dead.
Yeah.
Or brain dead. We don't know.
I mean, again, there's been so many flags for any of these characters to die. I'm more surprised it was just her. at this point.
I mean, what I think is most of the nines died, or at least the ones that we saw die.
Yeah.
Dr. Franxx is fucking dead.
Yeah, you got fucking splattered.
He didn't need to die. Like, there was literally no reason for him to really die.
I mean, in the given situation, he was in danger, and he wasn't doing much to prevent his own death.
I guess, and he got to see his dream come alive.
Exactly.
Oh, and also he wasn't that bad of a guy. He's just weird.
Yeah, I mean, he said it himself. He said like over time he just started like looking for a bigger dream, something bigger to like strive for.
Yeah.
Ever since the whole Franxx project killed his wife.
Yeah.
So
fucking. Also, we found out that the nines were clones of 02.
mm-hmm.
02 is a clone of fucking
the classical princess.
The classical princess,
also known as Code 001.
Also Code 001. Fucking Hero is Dr. Franxx's clone. Confirmed, because I remember we talked about that beforehand. Fucking.
Coco's Prego.
Coco's Prego. She's been getting morning sickness all over the place. It's awful. They're starting to remember each other because they're calling each other by name now. And that's doing weird shit to them.
Futoshi's still a badass.
Futoshi's still out. Yeah, he's my boy.
Like, shit.
Oh. One thing happened was Ikuno.
Oh yeah.
Her hair has turned almost completely gray now.
Yeah. Because
she used up a shit ton of energy, which they did before, but it didn't do this to them. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I think it's the magma energy. Because I know, again, they're all. Remember how like they said like the parasites are like different from the adults just by their blood.
Yeah.
So they probably have some sort of like weird accelerated state or something, or at least if they're made also exclusively of like the magma energy. So if they use it in their Franxx, they probably get absorbed from themselves.
Oh yeah, but she did it. They did it before. Remember, it was a couple episodes back. I forgot exactly what they were doing, but they did that full power blast before. I think it was to kill. It was right after the partner shuffle.
Oh, okay.
Or a couple episodes after. And they did it, and then they were fine.
I mean, they did just come back from a maintenance test from the Eden. Or from the garden.
Maybe they didn't have their full access to magma.
Probably, yeah.
Which they don't, because they're running out. But
there's still one giant elephant in the room, though.
Well, what?
I mean, we don't know if it's confirmed yet. Like, even I talked to you about this like a while ago. But like, what's the giant hand that came out?
Right. So, what I think it is so the big robot that fucking the Strazelius
Apis.
The Strazelia Apis is this giant Strazelius. What I think it was, because originally it was called Star Platinum. You're right. You're fucking right. Star Citizen, some weird something. And it was underground. So what I'm thinking that was the hand at the beginning that destroyed the garden was the Star Child before it was Star Child before it was transformed by Dr. Franxx. But I honestly feel like that the amount of time needed to do that to that like would be more than a couple months, because it was a couple months after that, right? It was 3 months.
Yeah, roughly.
So you couldn't do that in 3 months.
Wait, what are you asking again?
So the big hand was, it was a blue Klaxosaur blue.
Right.
And what I'm thinking is that was the Star Child, but they turned that into
the Apis.
The Apis. I mean, I don't think they ever explicitly said what the big hand was, because they never addressed it after that.
Mm-hmm.
But the only other large robot that we have is the Apis.
That's true, yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it's gonna be called, whatever it's called.
I mean, they did the same thing with the spear. They were able to finish that off.
True.
And that
but
was
it was
just
taken.
Yeah, that's true. It was, and they're coming back, which I want to say time skip.
They're probably gonna do a time skip.
Like Kokoro's gonna have her baby. Ikuno's gonna be an old woman.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Goro and
Right after she became homegirl.
yeah, exactly. Like I swear, the Futoshi and Ikuno pairing is like the home crew, like the home pairing, the home crew.
Right, they're just like
Because you got homeboy Futoshi, you got homegirl Ikuno.
Exactly, and then Goro's over there still suffering.
And maybe we might get. I don't want to say it, but like maybe we might get a funeral for 02 the time skip.
I feel like they're gonna.
I hope not.
I don't think she's gonna be dead because they need her and Hiro to do their super special. We're the strongest ever because Trigger.
Well now they became
love.
they became one now though. Because remember how like when Hiro started piloting the Apis, 02 was essentially inside of Hiro now when that happened. So maybe it was like since she's part. Okay, so since she's part Classico, right? And then remember how the princess said certain of the species would turn into energy, and if Hiro and the parasites run off energy, what if she turned into energy to save his life? And so essentially he can pilot without a pistol anymore. Maybe this is a big stretch.
I mean that's assuming that she died, but then.
Well,
she would have been turned into energy and went into him or whatever.
I mean, she's still part human, so she has the body. You're
right. That is a possibility.
Again, I don't want this time skip to result in like a funeral for 02.
Yeah, because that would fucking suck.
They're pulling a fucking Gurren Lagann Nia situation again. I don't need that in my life.
Honestly,
I don't.
Especially not when there's 3 episodes fucking left.
Exactly. It was bad enough when they did it in Gurren Lagann. It was like 3 seconds left.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, we're about to be done.
By the way, she's gone.
Exactly. Thanos comes in, goes, ugh.
Exactly.
I'm like, wait, no, stop, no, I don't feel good.
We finally became happy. Why do you have to do this? Fuck you, Trigger. It's like, no, we need bigger robots and more sadder.
Exactly. Gainax did this to us. We're gonna do it to you too.
God,
man.
But like we were saying, like how fucking episode 19 and before, we're like A1 was like, all right, Trigger, we've seen your past and we are impressed, but we're gonna handle the majority of the story up to here. So it's, everything's like pretty emotional. It's gonna be kind of tame. I mean, there's robots, but like tame-ish.
It's gonna be chill.
It's gonna be kind of chill, serious, blah 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 blah. And then fucking, they were like, all right, last couple episodes, we're gonna be fair to you, Trigger. You take the next 2 episodes, and then we'll carry out with that. And Trigger's like, all right, hold my beer. And then they just said, fuck it, aliens and a whole bunch of bullshit. And now everyone's like, Trigger, what the fuck?
Aliens, bigger robots, more aliens, giant star platinum as the fucking villain here.
God. And then, by the way, 02 dies. Have fun.
Exactly.
Now A1 has to recover.
Exactly. Try to fix that, assholes. You got 3 episodes left.
Before we come back.
Exactly.
Literally before they and the aliens come back.
Exactly, apparently.
Like, I don't...
This is a finale. This is one hell of a finale they're going to have to either somehow hype up or plateau at this point.
I mean, it's at its peak right now because fucking we got a whole bunch of bullshit already going down. What else can we do?
I'm telling you, Jerron, the whole Earth is gonna be a classical. It's gonna be a giant Franxx, a classical Franxx.
God, I'm not ready for that.
It's like, and then like the giant hand's gonna just high five the entire Verm army. It's
then
like
everyone just fucking dies.
Exactly.
just fuck it.
Oh man.
Retcon the series. Everyone dies.
There was actually after episode 19. I don't know if you're in agreement or with opposition of this, but there was a lot of I wouldn't say it's a lot, but there were some discussions about how after episode 19, the world building of Darling the Franxx just shattered in a way that it negatively impacts the series at this point.
I mean,
like it's a bad thing that from 19 on happened. Like the way they started, the way they went about continuing the story. When it came to the world building.
I mean, it's definitely kind of like a weird turn. I'll give them that. I don't know if I'd say bad. I guess it's kind of in opposition to what they were what it seemed like they were going for this kind of emotional story where there's some weird shit going on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, they end up. I mean, Trigger always ends up trying to make it into one giant epic, like more like an epic tale in a sense.
Yeah.
Because you start off with like people that are nothing to rise into something great.
Right. And that's exactly what the main character did. Hero literally couldn't pilot a Franxx, and now he's fucking the strongest pilot ever, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I certainly get where they're coming from, because now that the Klaxor princesses, come, things are a little. It doesn't feel the same now.
In a sense, like it's
the scale at where it was took too large of a.
Oh, it was way too much of a curve up.
Yeah. So if that's where they're coming from, then I definitely get how it could be negatively impacting it. But I mean, I think the main problem is probably that 19 to 20, because 20 just literally turned everything on its head.
Yeah.
And changed the plot. So I mean, I feel like the bigger criticism, if there is going to be one, should be there instead of 19, where it seemed like the culmination of everything that happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this one's just, hey, here's a whole new fucking shit going on. We had no idea. Like there's no way to predict that.
Yeah,
there was no indication. There was nothing.
Like all we knew was that they were going to the Great Crevice or Grand Crevice, get some big, and do something with it.
Right.
We didn't know what it was for. We knew that Papas were like shady as shit.
Right.
But we never expected them to be
fucking aliens.
Exactly.
And then they just say fuck the Earth in particular.
Exactly. Well, it wasn't in particular. It's because the original the classical sapiens were like, nah, we're not joining you. And I'm like, oh, okay, well then we destroy you, kind of thing. And they because they were resilient against their vanguard. They're like, all right, cool, we'll come back.
Essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we'll come back
and beat your ass.
Exactly. We'll be back, and you'll regret that. And then this happened.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right,
we'll be back again, but this time with our actual army.
With our full army,
as they said beforehand.
Exactly. But I'm excited to see where they're gonna go with it, because they definitely. I can definitely see the next episode being a nice, relaxing episode, because a lot of shit just happened.
They're definitely gonna have to wrap up all the emotional plot points.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to deal with Mitsuru and Kokoro. They're gonna have to deal with Futoshi. They're gonna have to deal with Ikuno, possible funeral. They're gonna have to talk about Nana.
The original Nana,
because they got a new Nana. So I guess we got introduced to the fact that there's probably multiple Nanas, multiple Hachis.
I mean, it's probably like a single digit thing.
Yeah,
because
there's the 9s.
Yeah,
and we're expecting. I guess from there we can assume that there's the which one's Nana? Is that 8 or 7?
It's 7. Yeah.
So there's the 7s, and so on. So who knows? We also found out that all the other kids were essentially failed clones of 02.
Yeah, essentially. Like they made good fodder, but they weren't. They none of them really inherited the classical blood like 02 had.
Right, and the 9s. So I think that's pretty cool.
Well, the 9s didn't have classical blood.
Yes, they do. Well, because they're clones of.
No, but they didn't inherit the blood.
Oh,
that's the one thing that Dr. Franxx was talking about. Like, he tried to clone 02 again. Like he tried to, again. His original intent was to make the 9s just like 02, except they didn't inherit the blood.
Okay.
So they inherited her combat abilities and her like natural learning talents, but they didn't inherit the actual like classical sapien bloodline.
Gotcha.
So
I got you. I guess I missed that. I guess I missed that point, but also because I'm tired. Because I fucking again.
It's gonna be one hell of a finale. I'll say that much. I mean, I don't know if it's sort of late. I don't know if it's lazy to say it like that, but like, I mean, this is Trigger. Trigger always likes to do the whole grand scheme of things,
right.
Like wrap up, and I'm always excited to see what they have in store.
Well, because it's usually it's fun to watch. It's always fun to watch.
Exactly. If anything, I don't think people should take this so seriously. At least the story building part as much.
Well, I can't. I have to. I have to. It's. You have to be fair to them because before it looked like it was going to be kind of like a somber kind of story building up.
That's true, yeah.
And then pulled the trigger, and then fucking it went Gurren Lagann status where shit doesn't have to make sense. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's hard to go from serious to that.
To outlandish.
To fucking outlandish BS. Like I'm personally fine with it because I love I loved what it was before, and I love what is happening now. But I get where the disconnect would put some people off.
That's true, yeah. Well, it's one of those like if it works for you, it works for you kind of deal.
But yeah, I will give them that criticism is that they should have handled that transition a bit better.
Yeah, at least early on,
Yeah, because we had 24 episodes to deal with this. We just pulled it out on us on one episode.
Unless they're hinting like a next season or something, but
I doubt it.
Yeah,
because the plot seems to be at the tip top where it can be, and it just has to resolve in the next 3 episodes, with either the aliens coming back and they defeat them. And 02's dead or whatever the fuck they're gonna do.
That's true, yeah.
Should I had something I wanted to say, but I forgot. I don't remember what it was. But what could have happened to make the alien thing make sense? Like, should we have gotten more hints that there's some kind of like a little bit more that the fathers were shady, or
I think, well, if anything, I think what it would have a different alternative, I guess I would probably suggest would be that cut Verm out completely, but turn Ape into the Verm in a sense.
Well, I mean, they like all of Ape instead of just
like all of Ape, like all of Ape, and the parasites are the ones to forge their new future, and they end up if they would end up siding with the classical princess and all that, and then there's obviously going to be the confrontation between the Nines because the Nines are the most loyal to Ape and Papas,
right?
So that would have been a better alternative instead of even. So I'm going with the no alien weirdness and just have it to where I thought it was gonna go, which is that we all know that Ape is already as a shady company or a shady establishment as it was, and if you just made it more apparent that they're just even shittier, then that all that build up would have been worth it to the point where the parasites turning on Ape would make sense and would justify everything else that's built up to this point,
right?
Because they're sacrificing so many parasites just to take out the classical queen, but for what reason? We don't know. We don't know that reason.
And outside of being we're aliens, it could have been we want to we want to somehow replicate the classical princess to make a bunch of infinite energies.
Exactly. Like we're a bunch of assholes and we want to take advantage of things.
Right.
It could have been that situation, and have the parasites be like, you know what? Fuck you, Papas. We're gonna take you down with the classical princess, and then reforge the world with her, and without having to sacrifice their energy.
Right.
That would have been a good alternative.
And
in
plus,
my opinion,
you would have got that duality where it's like the ape is trying to better humanity by creating more magma, by doing whatever they were going to do with the classical princess. So they were doing the right thing, but our main characters don't want to be enslaved for the rest of their life.
That, and also not having to sacrifice a whole species like the Glasgow's,
right?
Like energy and all that.
Right. So that way,
there's a clear moral ground.
Right.
Now we're just
fucking everything's literally gone to the stars.
We have the anti-Spiral's cousins coming around.
Fucking exactly. It's precisely what happened. Like like I was talking about it when I watched it. Like it literally became Gurren Lagann. Like fucking out of nowhere, we get a space enemy, and now we got to deal with them. Because that's what fucking happened in Gurren Lagann. Spoiler alert for a fucking year-long anime. After the first season, the first half of the anime happened, you heard, oh, by the way, there's fuckers in space that don't want humans to be. Like, okay. Thanks for letting us know.
It's the anti-energy that you all possess.
Exactly. Now, if they wanted to do this If they wanted to go the Gurren Lagann route, at episode 12 or 13, they could have started slowly introducing the aliens.
Like they should have done the time skip to that, or like that progression to like, hey, there's something bigger out there than what you think.
Right, and we're gonna go out there to go get energy for Earth, find a new place for humans to live because Earth is fucked. Something like that. That would have been a cool kind of deal. I mean, again, it would have been heavily borrowing from Gurren Lagann, but
I mean,
you could keep you can keep the idea of the anime going, but it would just go in a different direction. But everything's still, trailing behind it. You still have all the emotional shit. You'd still have Apis being shady, all that stuff.
But I mean, despite all of that, alternatives that could have happened, this is still an original series that
True.
Trigger and A1 have a partnership in when it comes to writing it, and at least I can understand like the creative drought you can get from trying to come up with the rest of the story, because honestly, like I can commend the writers for getting this far up until the point where they're turning towards aliens at this point to climax it.
I almost wish we filmed that. Cause like that was the biggest what the fuck is happening, like it just like it literally like it was almost like a blur. There was just like, all right, so the Apis was like, all right, so we're aliens now, we're gonna destroy the planet, and everybody invades, shit starts coming down, and then guns start rising out of the ground and shooting at the fucking sky. And I'm like, where am I right now?
Exactly.
What happens? How did we get here?
We just went from an all-terrain like combat situation to an intergalactic war.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? What did someone turn the gravity off? Is that how big of a leap we're making?
No, someone pulled the trigger. That's
so literally someone. You just fucking let them pull the trigger, and that was it.
Yeah.
I feel like any anime that they're involved with should like everything should be one way, and then bam, it's fucking. It just goes somewhere else.
Exactly.
Did Keys ever do that? Did they have a trigger moment?
I'm trying to.
I mean, granted, everything was kind of down to earth till the very end, I guess.
When the city went lockdown.
Oh yeah,
I think that's when it got weird.
Yeah.
When the city get locked down, I'm like, I remember that because I was like, I was so confused and concerned because I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I'm like, am I watching the same anime? Because I'm like, yeah, that was about it. When the city went locked down, and was it when that girl's organization started doing weird shit or something?
Yeah.
That's when that's when the trigger got pulled.
Yeah, well, I don't fucking. And then in Kill la Kill, I mean, granted, the whole anime was out there.
Her mother was a giant trigger.
Her mother was definitely the trigger. It's like, by the way, there's a fucking giant evil
spaghetti
yarn
monster
ball out there, fucking trying to kill people. Like, what? Trying to take over the universe. Like, okay. Fuck. You right. Like that. There was that trigger. Like I fucking adore Trigger for that, because it's like it just you establish an idea and then just literally just fucking shoot it. Like
right.
It's great.
It's like if Trigger were to be like a person, he'd be like one with like massive. He'd be one with like either multiple personality syndrome or like just a.
No, he'd be bipolar as fuck. Like the smallest thing will set him off. Like you can almost see it coming. Like you have to pay really close attention to know, but if you don't, you'll look away and then come back and he's just fucking wild.
No, he just becomes a different being.
He anamorphs.
He turns into a tree. Like, what's up, bro? I'm the tree god of Lilith.
God.
Eat my fruit for magical
Taste
energy.
My fruit.
I have the apple of Eden.
I am Yggdrasil.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh my God. Fucking.
I mean, I'm excited to see how they're gonna wrap this up, because I'll say this much: after episode 19, that special came out for that 1 week. I was so fucking pissed when I found out it was only a special.
Yeah.
But the special was actually, the special I think is strategic, because apparently the director's trying to figure out how to wrap it all up.
Oh, I'm sure they were, because like it was fucking like what do we do? Why do we bring Trigger in? We could have just done this ourselves.
No, exactly. And like director's like, he's just trying to just figure it all out. And the special was just him like thinking about like just like in the first special, he wants it to end where everyone is happy, which I don't know how.
I mean, you could. All right, so if they go the route where 02 does die, they could say her consciousness is now inside of Hero or something. So they share a body.
What is this, guilty crown?
I don't fucking know. And now she always walks with him on the inside, and he can, like you said, pilot a Franxx by himself. Or rather, it'd be cool if, like, anytime he gets into the Franxx, the pistol, like the face of the Franxx is still 02. Like, that's her. Oh, so okay. she can communicate through the Franxx with everybody, and he still does the piloting thing. But otherwise, she's just in him. Or
they go like the Gurren Lagann route where he becomes a lone Franxx
and just
pilot.
Fucking wanders.
Exactly, he's a wandering Franxx pilot, and he just like takes the Strazelia, and then just.
Except he'd go out into space. Find...
He goes out in space because there's other species of aliens trying to get at Earth.
Oh my god!
And there was actually a series that ended up like that.
What?
Yeah.
What show?
Valvrave and the Liberator.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, that one. Even though it wasn't made by Trigger, that had a triggering moment that skewed the entire like world building experience to like holy hell.
Yeah.
Like,
wasn't it called Valkyrie Drive?
Valkyria Drive?
No, not Valkyria Drive. There's no anime called Valkyria. Not yet. There's no Valkyria Drive anime yet. If there's any animators watching or writers watching, we coined that term, Valkyrie Drive. It sounds really fucking cool, and it's mine. You can't take it. Fuck you.
Ask for permission first.
Ask for permission, bitch.
No, but like, cause imagine like he becomes a lone Franxx pilot, and he wanders the universe to make sure no other alien first like Verm goes after Earth's energy ever again.
I'd accept it.
Would you accept it?
I'd accept it.
I'd be so confused. I'd probably have a bittersweet end. I'd probably be so bitter about it. Like, really?
I mean,
you had 3 weeks. This is what you came up with.
It's fucking hard. Oh wait, shit! There's a game. There's something called Valkyrie Drive. Fuck me.
Wait, is that the?
Oh shit! It's the one. It's the titty one. The one where they have to like molest each other.
Oh yeah, it is an anime.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Never mind. Fuck it. I didn't make it. Damn it. Well, hey, if you like titties, Valkyrie Drive.
And that's our daily hentai plug or weekly hentai plug. Right
well,
there.
we already talked about porn at the beginning.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
You can't escape it at this point. But. Well, you usually do the outro.
Yeah, it's been fun, guys. We've been going on for about a while now. So, as always, guys, make sure. What?
Go on. Oh. I'm focusing.
You're
so
focusing?
I can get it right.
Okay. As always, guys, thank you for listening and downloading and doing whatever you can to support this podcast. We appreciate everything that you do for us and everything, and we appreciate any newcomers listening to us, to a couple of degenerates.
Unless you're my parents, stop watching.
Are you still not letting them listen?
I'm not putting any effort towards showing them. They're asking, but I'm not putting any effort towards showing them.
You're just like ignoring it.
Like they ask me, like, yeah, I sent you the name of it, and they're like, and then they
bye,
and that's it. That's it. Literally it.
But all right. But as always, guys, don't forget to.
Like and subscribe. Damn it! Shut. Well, you already said do all that.
No, I thanked everybody.
Well,
I didn't tell them to like. Subscribe.
You can put your thanks into what progressive now.
What?
What's the word when you're trying to be productive?
Oh,
you can put your thanks. You can make your thanks productive by liking and subscribing to our YouTube, following us on Facebook, Twitter. And do you subscribe to Patreon?
You can become a patron for it.
Become a patron on our Patreon, which is on all that's in link below, and then finding our podcast on Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and a bunch of other places that host an RSS feed. And I think that's... Do we have any others?
iTunes.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Right, I forgot about iTunes.
But as always, guys, my name's Jamal Socorro.
My name's Sharon Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing the latest and greatest gaming anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifu.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you next time. Bam, motherfucker, I got it. Ha!
There you go.
Broke the curse.